Hi, hey, hello, it's me, Misha. I'm making this video as a follow-up to the video I posted the other day. I wanted to expand on transitioning and detransitioning and what that all means and what I meant. I don't feel like I did that well enough, or I alluded to it, but I didn't expand on it, and I feel like I need to. But also, I got a comment. Thanks for suffering through that video. It was the username procrastination, or maybe it's procrastination. I don't know. There was a tilde, or not a tilde, but an accent. I don't know. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. But, however, you said, show me your designer chest. Now I have to work up the courage to do that. I wanted to go back to when I was talking about detransitioning and detransitioners in that community. I am not here to villainize people who detransition, because if that's the decision that's great for you, that's so great. And I want to unapologetically support you and what's right for you. It has been kind of easy lately to not feel supported by the detransitioning community. Sometimes I'm met with a lot of people who are just like, you're gonna regret this. Detransition now so that you don't have to go through what I went through. And it's like, I really am sorry that transitioning was not the way that you were able to live authentically. I'm sorry that it did more harm than good for you, but for me, transitioning is right. It's what I want to do. It's what I will do and continue to do. When I initially came out, I didn't have a lot of support aside from like my work friends and a few internet friends. Lots of friends that I had grown up with, I was met with a lot of like detransitioning verbiage, I guess. A lot of people were like, I don't support you. This is wrong. You're mutilating yourself and you're gonna regret it. Also, I'm really gonna miss you when you're burning for all eternity. And that was hard on me. I hated that. I hated that experience. I hated hearing people I was close to that I loved tell me just very vile things any chance they got. I was bombarded with messages from old friends telling me how disappointed they were in me, how disgusted they were, how they didn't support me, and they would not want their family around me. On top of it, I would get further messages of like end times and revelations videos and like, I'm just looking out for your soul. I'm just trying to further the kingdom of Christ. That affected me mentally in a really bad way. And I felt like I did a lot of mental gymnastics to keep people happy. It was easier for me to suffer kind of silently rather than like take up space and be a burden by wanting to exist and live freely and happily. I have been through therapy. Now I know that it's okay for me to live and be who I want to be. I'm not like that. I had one friend in particular who was like constantly sending me videos of people who detransitioned, and the rhetoric of those videos was always like, this is the dark side and they're not going to tell you and your life is going to be ruined and you can never have a family and no one will ever support you or accept you and you'll never really belong. And then she'd be like, look at this great testimony. They found freedom. You can too. And it was like, my freedom is in being who I am and I've always wanted to be. So I will not be detransitioning. I did go off of testosterone for the last couple years, and I have reverted to very feminine traits and mannerisms, and I recognize that. I said in my other video that I think or maybe I didn't, I don't know, but I was doing my shot wrong. I was not shooting myself in the right spot in the leg. I had intramuscular injections, and half of my dosage would always drip down my leg. It's not supposed to do that. My voice didn't really change. I didn't experience stuff. I did not get body hair. I got a little peach fuzz mustache, but that's gone away too. Yeah, I just didn't change the way I had hoped for. But also financially, I couldn't afford it, so I had to stop. The whole reason I'm transitioning is so that I can feel comfortable and be perceived the way in which I want to be perceived. And that's just a more masculine way. I don't feel comfortable in a feminine body with feminine features, or being perceived as feminine or female. I just don't. I don't have a big enough vocabulary yet to make that make sense to people who won't understand it or don't want to understand it yet. So I'm just going to say that I just want to be more masculine because I want to be. It's frustrating when I will go somewhere public, or I'll go to an oil change, or go to the store or a restaurant, and they're like, hey bud, what can I get for you? And like they read me as male. Then I open my mouth and they're just like shocked, like, ma'am, my apologies. No, you had it right. I have two older brothers who were very respectful and, you know, checked to make sure what pronouns I wanted to use and name I wanted to be called. Even when I wasn't able to physically transition, they were still very respectful. But a lot of people did revert to she, her, and using my birth name, and that was rough. That was hard because it was like, I don't like this. I don't feel comfortable this way. I was also met with a lot of pushback. They were like, well, you're not really transitioning. Okay, but I'm not detransitioning. I'm not actively detransitioning. I don't regret my surgery. I don't regret anything. Like, I just am not able to medically do this right now. When I wasn't able to transition early on, my mental health really did deteriorate. I had a hard time wanting to live. I even thought my dog hated me, and I'd weep over that. It's hard loving people who hate you. I feel like that fueled the fire of the individuals I used to be close with who really pushed the detransition notion. I'm not associated with those people anymore. I've been able to cultivate and surround myself with some really great friends who are really supportive and really great, and they've called me my name, Misha, and they use the pronouns that I really align with, and I love them for that. Still have to get the courage to show my designer chest, and I'm nervous about that because I'm not as confident as I want to be. I have no splendid, magnificent chest. I'm not in great shape, but these are my top surgery results. Almost 6 years later. Yeah. The line never goes away. It never goes away, but that's what I paid. That's what I paid for. And I'm happy with it. I'm happy with my chest. I've been working out lately. I've been doing a lot of I've been trying to work out my chest, so I don't know if I really have definition or if this is just like flab. Now you know what it looks like. Once I get fit, once I get lean and hot, it's over for all you other hot people. It's not, but the playing field will have been leveled. So, yeah. Anyway, I have to work on not slouching either. All right, well, thanks for tuning in. Misha out again. Should that just become my tagline? Is that too cheesy? That's all right. Misha out.